Hey guys, my name is Ryan,
And my name is Miska,
and welcome to Overwatch Central. So whichever way you look at it, Doomfist is going to have a big effect on what the meta will do, even if he's not the strongest option to choose from. Players really like the way the hero handles and feels, and regardless of what people say, people are going to play him anyway. That's our long and short of what we think Doomfist is going to do with the meta in particular. However, his addition has some pretty exciting and interesting reactions across a lot of heroes. If we take that assumption that Doomfist is going to be played, which other heroes will rise and fall with his addition? We'll start with Pharah, as she's currently having a bit of a party.
Doomfist has crazy mobility and can dot across the map in a similar vein to Tracer almost. He really is some kind of Tracer, Genji, Reaper hybrid, and he's incredibly fun to play overall. It does highlight though how lackluster Orisa was in comparison, at least in terms of first impression and so on, but that's another topic for another day. As we were saying though, Doomfist can shoot across the map in all sorts of ways, but he's actually not that good at just flying upwards. Horizontally is no problem, but vertically can sometimes be. His close range damage is good, but he's also limited in terms of long distances and major verticality, similar to Reaper in a way. Considering Pharah gives Reaper a hard time, we expect the same results for Reaper's boss, Doomfist. Pharah has had a lot of things go her way recently for sure, but she hasn't quite kept up with the speed of Genji and Tracer, literally. With Doomfist added though, and most likely a popular choice amongst a lot of people, we expect the rise of Pharah's alongside, due to the lack of range and verticality, but there is another reason as to why Pharah might suddenly be played even more.
D.Va single-handedly could have stinted Pharah's popularity growth. She's a great hero that could shut down multiple heroes with the defense matrix, and Pharah really felt the full brunt of that ability more so than any other hero. Of course, D.Va's popularity skyrocketed recently and has been the cause of frustration across the community again. However, Doomfist can take apart D.Va in seconds because there's very little projectile damage coming from Doomfist, and he can get very close to D.Va and whack her about a bit, which gives her two options: either fly out of the fight, meaning that she will be present for it, or lose the mech entirely. This is another major reason why the addition of Doomfist means good results for Pharah, but she isn't the only hero that benefits and somewhat counters our new hero, and thus could make a big step in the upcoming metas. Again, this isn't us saying you need to play these heroes. Play whatever the hell you want, but if you want to pick up these heroes for competitive, or have invested some little time in these heroes and want to invest more, then you're going to have a lot of fun.
On to the next section, and Sombra, who shuts down Doomfist with ease, to be honest. I don't think there's any other hero that can be broken down that quickly by just one little hack. His mobility is gone, and all he's left with is his primary fire. His temporary shields will be obliterated by EMP as well, meaning that he should be fairly easy to pick off with his massive hitbox and just how much of a threat he is normally. Sombra's playtime so far this season has increased quite dramatically over time. Her support playstyle on 2CP maps is nothing to be sneered at either, because it's effective at taking apart a coordinated push frequently. Speaking of other heroes that might counter Doomfist in some capacity as well, let's look at Roadhog and McCree. Now that we've seen our new hero, the Roadhog nerfs make a little bit more sense. Usually before a new hero comes out, we see some more hero changes come in as well, and that kind of correlates to how the new hero will play. Old Roadhog would have decimated Doomfist completely from the game. New Roadhog though still does a decent amount of damage to him, and because of Doomfist's big hitbox, he's much easier to hit than say Tracer. As for McCree, he's also fairly decent up close with the big guy. He's not the strongest hero against Doomfist out of the list, but can still cause issues if he's ignored. Not having any form of barrier or protection to it makes Deadeye a surefire counter to anything Doomfist does really, unless he's already right up in your face.
Before we close out, let's quickly gloss over the other heroes that may be affected by the addition of Doomfist. Few people are saying that Winston gets countered, although I'm not necessarily too sure on that myself. Much like Genji, if you can burn down their cooldowns, you should be able to pick them off fairly quickly. Zarya pairs up well with Doomfist and is pretty good against him as well, so do expect to see our Russian Queen return again. I think Anna fares better against Fist than Zenyatta does, and of course Lucio is great with or against it. But that's it for this time. Thank you very much for watching. Do let us know what you think is going to change with Doomfist's addition, and until next time, take care. We'll see you then.